My beloved child, I call out to you with great compassion and everlasting care, longing for your heart to find rest in my presence, even when you are uncertain about the storms ahead, because I watch over every moment of your life. I see the hopes you cherish deep within your soul, and I witness the fears that sometimes overshadow your joy. But I urge you to remember that you are never abandoned, for I hold you in the palm of my hand and will not let you slip from my eternal embrace. I am always near, listening to the hidden whispers of your heart, responding with my gentle voice of comfort and mercy. Take courage, for I have prepared a path of peace and abundant blessings for you, and my love will guide you forward. I invite you to step bravely into the hope I offer, for wonderful things lie in store. My precious one, I delight in drawing close to you, as your heart is a sacred space where my light can shine. I long to pour out my grace upon you, and I am thrilled each time you look in my direction, acknowledging that you are not alone in your trials. Do not be troubled by the weight of your burdens, for I, the everlasting Father, hold you with tender strength and watch over your every step with genuine care. I understand your deepest needs and yearn to fill your life with purpose, reminding you that no tear you shed goes unnoticed. Stay encouraged, for I am your refuge in times of storm, and I will always lift you up. Trust in my hand that is outstretched and walk forward in faith. My faithful child, I am the one who blesses you with countless gifts of peace and renewal, showering your path with my goodness. Even when you feel like darkness looms or hope seems distant, I stand by your side, providing a comfort that transcends understanding. Hold on to my promise that you will emerge stronger and wiser from every challenge, for I take delight in turning trials into testimonies of victory. My presence envelops you like a shield of everlasting love, ensuring you are never out of my sight. Let go of your fears, rest in my arms, and rise with renewed confidence, for I am always working all things together for your good. Believe that I sustain you and walk onward with expectation for the brighter days ahead. I see your value, for you are more precious to me than rare treasures hidden in the depths of the earth. And I celebrate the unique design that I crafted within you. I deeply cherish every aspect of who you are, from the smallest thought to the boldest ambition, for I formed your inner being with careful intention and boundless love. Never doubt how remarkable you are, because I know you intimately and call you my delight, rejoicing whenever you approach me, and waiting eagerly for every moment you spend in prayer or reflection. I urge you to remember that I called you by name long before you walked this earth, and your worth in my eyes is beyond measure. Embrace your identity as my beloved, for I have declared you significant in my grand plan, and hold steadfast to the truth that you belong to me forever. I rejoice that you seek my presence, for in those tender moments when your heart grows quiet, I reveal the depths of my affection for you. I designed you with care, placing a matchless purpose within your soul that only you can fulfill, and I smile upon your unique gifts and talents. Even if you have questioned your value or compared yourself to others, I speak life into your spirit and whisper that you are irreplaceable, needed in a world so hungry for love. Open your heart to me, knowing that my delight is found in the warmth of your trust and the sincerity of your devotion. Stand firm in the knowledge that I am for you, and because I am for you, your life holds a treasured place in my kingdom. I long for you to understand that there is nothing ordinary or insignificant about your existence, for I have ordained you to shine as a bright light in every place your feet tread. You are the beloved sheep of my pasture, and I am the good shepherd who cares for you, watching over your every breath, ready to guide and protect you from harm. Know that I surround you with angels and set my guard upon your journey, calling you by a name that speaks hope over every step you take. I desire that you rest in my approval and grace, instead of striving to prove your worth to the world. Rejoice that I have dignified you with my invitation to partake in my goodness, and find comfort knowing I hold you close in every season. I am aware of the burdens you carry, the unseen moments where anxiety tries to grip your heart, and the silent cries you release when no one else is around. I have counted every tear you shed, and I hold each of them with deep compassion, never overlooking the sorrow that weighs you down. I know there are battles within your mind that threaten to weary your soul, and I also know the longing you have for breakthrough in your family, your finances, or your health. My heart aches when I see you feeling isolated and powerless, wondering if anyone truly understands the pain you endure. Take hope, for I am not distant or indifferent. I stand beside you, offering my comfort and help in ways beyond your comprehension. Trust that even your heaviest burdens are not lost on me, and I am faithful to bring beauty from ashes. I see the late nights when sleep evades you, and the early mornings when you awaken with a sense of trepidation, not knowing how to face the challenges awaiting you. I understand how your mind races with concerns for your loved ones, for financial provision, or for clarity in your life's path. I hear you when you question whether your prayers make a difference, when you wonder if your voice reaches my ears, and I assure you that I am responding, though the timing may not match your expectation. In the midst of your frustration, I am closer than the air you breathe, gently offering you my strength. Release your doubts before me, for I delight in caring for you and believe that I am turning your tears into seeds of joy. I know you feel overwhelmed by your responsibilities, sometimes uncertain if you are enough to handle what each day brings. I recognize the pressure that arises when deadlines loom or when cherished relationships become strained, and I tenderly hold your heart. Even when your trust trembles and you want to hide from your problems, I invite you to come to me with your raw honesty, knowing you do not need to impress me. Let your walls fall, that I might fill you with fresh courage and the certainty that you were never meant to carry these burdens alone. Accept my help, for I do not abandon you to navigate life's complexities in solitude, and believe that I am leading you to solutions you have yet to see. I care. When you feel that others do not appreciate your efforts or understand your sacrifices, for I witness every unseen act of kindness and every quiet moment of perseverance. I reflect upon your desire to provide for those you love, to stand tall in adversity, and to remain steadfast in the truth you hold dear. Remember that I appreciate all the ways you try to be a light, even if the world does not seem to notice, because my love never goes unnoticed. I treasure your efforts, every single one, because my heart overflows with pride for you. Press on, for I see the seeds of greatness within you, and I will water them with my grace until they blossom into a harvest of hope. I hear your silent prayers that yearn for restoration in relationships, for reconciliation where there has been misunderstanding, and for healing where there has been hurt. I am eager to bring new life into every fractured bond, whether it be within your family, your friendships, or even within your own soul. My spirit moves gently to mend the shattered pieces, gathering them into a tapestry of beauty that only my hand can weave. Know that I am the redeemer of broken stories, the one who can breathe fresh hope into places that seem beyond repair. Keep believing that I can do the impossible, and entrust me with every aspect of your relationships, for I am mighty to restore. I am your shelter. In times of uncertainty, the one who stands guard when storms rage, and I promise that no danger can ever separate you from my care. I surround you like a shield, and I go before you, creating pathways of protection you cannot always perceive. Even when chaos swirls around you, my presence remains steadfast, and my calm voice speaks peace into your turmoil. Do not let fear consume your thoughts or hinder your dreams. Instead, remember that I am the Lord of all, watching over you with a vigilant and loving eye. Cling to my promise that I will defend you, because I am your strong tower and the rock on which you stand. I protect your soul from discouragement and weariness, replenishing your spirit with the living water of my word, so that you may flourish even in the driest seasons. Think of me as the tree that offers refreshing shade from the scorching trials of life, and the wings under which you find refuge. I do not offer superficial safety. Rather, I offer a deep assurance that no matter the circumstances you face, my love will never wane. In the darkest night, I light your path, and in the fiercest tempest, I hold your hand. Take heart, for I am the eternal watchman who never rests, and my care for you is unceasing. Rest in me, and let confidence grow in your heart like a blossoming flower. I am fully aware that sometimes you doubt if I am near, especially when life's battles intensify, causing your faith to waver. In those moments, I encourage you to trust that I am already working behind the scenes, orchestrating miracles that will soon unfold. My wisdom transcends human understanding, and my timing, though mysterious, is always perfect. Your tears are not wasted, your prayers are not in vain, and the battlefield you face will ultimately yield a harvest of growth and wisdom. Accept that I am with you in the valley, just as I am on the mountaintop, and let your soul find rest in my steadfast guidance. Rejoice that I am not only aware of your challenges, but actively weaving a plan for your triumph. I urge you, do not fear the circumstances that loom before you. Do not fear the unknown path, and do not fear the voices that try to diminish your worth. Instead, come to me and share your anxieties openly, for I cherish your honest heart and long to ease your burden. Let the whisper of worry be replaced by the melody of my promise, which resounds with hope and a certain future. Your battles are not for nothing. They hold lessons that will refine your character and opportunities that will pave new roads for you to walk. Rest in my assurance that every step you take in faith, I will bless with my presence, guiding you even when the path seems unclear. I call you to offer me your deepest aches, the regrets you have carried for too long, and the pain you have tried to hide from everyone, including yourself. Know that I do not stand in condemnation or judgment of your shortcomings. Rather, I run toward you with open arms, eager to embrace every fragment of your life. My forgiveness is boundless, and my grace overflows like a river, cleansing the broken places you believed were beyond repair. Release the burden of guilt, and permit my redemptive love to renew your spirit, giving you fresh vision for what lies ahead. Trust that when you surrender your heart to me, I create something beautiful from every shattered piece. I encourage you to lift your voice in prayer, even if it is just a whisper that trembles on your lips, for I hear the faintest cry of my children. You do not need eloquent words or grand rituals, because I listen with a father's heart, cherishing your simplest pleas. My desire is to commune with you, to speak my word of comfort and direction into the depths of your being. Never underestimate the power of an earnest prayer, for through it, my divine will may unfold in your life with miraculous precision. Dare to believe that when you call upon me, I answer, and when you seek me, you will find me. Reach out in prayer and discover that I have already prepared the way for your breakthrough. I invite you to trust in my plan. Even when the map before you appears blurred by uncertainty, you may not see every bend in the road, but my vision is unlimited, and I go ahead to secure your future with hope and promise. Place your trust in me, for I take the threads of your life, weaving them into a masterpiece that will one day reflect my glory. My ways are higher than your ways, and my timing is never late, though it may seem so when you are weary. Let go of the need to control every detail and watch as I unfold possibilities you never imagined. Cling to faith and know that I am the same yesterday, today, and forever, constantly at work for your good. I call you to rest in my peace, for the cares of the world can weigh heavily upon you, yet my peace surpasses human reasoning. This is not the fragile peace that the world offers, but an everlasting assurance that the anchor holding you steady. In the swirl of daily tasks and the demands of life, take time to be still and sense my nearness. Let your anxieties subside, for I have taken responsibility for your well-being, and I guard your soul like a loving shepherd. Cease your striving and take a moment to remember that I have the power to accomplish what you cannot. Rest in my peace and let it strengthen you from the inside out. I know that trust does not always come easily, especially when past wounds linger in your memory or discouragement tries to steal your hope. However, I encourage you to open your heart once more, believing that my love is unwavering and my intentions for you are good. There is no shadow of change in me, no variation that might cause you to doubt my steadfast heart. Let your guard down, my child, for I am not here to harm you, but to lead you toward the fullness of joy. The doors of my kingdom are open wide, beckoning you to enter with childlike faith and experience. My tenderness, as never before, step forward with the knowledge that I have gone before you, clearing the path. I speak hope over your future and remind you that no present struggle is insurmountable, for I provide the strength you need to conquer adversity. You are not defined by your failures or limited by your fears, because my hand is upon your life, infusing each season with divine purpose. Embrace the truth that I have placed within you seeds of greatness and have trusted you with gifts and abilities that can bring light to others. As you yield those gifts back to me, I will multiply their impact, making every battle a launching pad for deeper faith. Walk confidently, for my promises stand firm like an immovable rock, and my love will propel you toward a harvest of victory and joy. I wish for you to see how precious you are in my sight, especially in the moments when you doubt your influence or wonder if your life truly matters. You are not an afterthought, but the crown of my creation, and I am fully invested in your journey. Should the weight of insecurity trouble your soul, recall that I sacrificed all for your redemption, so you would never have to question your worth. My spirit dwells within you, equipping you to shine my light in the darkness and declare the good news of my unfailing mercy. Be assured that as you trust me, I will align your steps with my divine purpose, opening doors that no one can shut. Press on, knowing you are and always will be my dearly beloved. I celebrate every step of faith you have taken, no matter how small, for every act of trust is like a fragrant offering that warms my heart. Even if you believe your progress is minimal, I assure you that I am cheering you on, preparing great things to unfold in your life. I am a God of transformation, turning tiny seeds into flourishing trees, and I will take your mustard seed of faith and nurture it into a towering testimony. Do not despise the days of small beginnings. because I rejoice in your growth and reward your persistence. Keep believing that I am doing a new work in you, and watch as my power manifests beyond your wildest dreams. I place my hand upon your mind, easing the tension and anxiety that have sought to cloud your perspective. When you find yourself wrestling with questions of purpose or worrying about tomorrow, I encourage you to meditate on my word, for it holds timeless promises that will refresh your heart. Let the truth of my scriptures be a lamp guiding your steps, lighting the way in moments of darkness and confusion. Do not allow negative thoughts to spiral unchecked. Instead, replace them with my life-giving promises, for that is where real peace resides. I give you wisdom generously, so simply ask, and I will grant you clarity for every decision. Embrace my guidance and move forward in confidence, trusting that I am the author of your destiny. I draw near when you feel weary, reminding you that my shoulders are broad enough to bear every concern, and my arms are strong enough to lift you from the deepest valley. Do not let the noise of the world drown out my still, small voice, calling you to higher places. Instead, quiet your soul in my presence, and let my love renew your vigor and determination. The battles you have fought are never wasted, for each challenge has served to strengthen your inner resolve and deepen your reliance on me. Look back and see how far I have carried you. Then look forward knowing that I hold your future with absolute certainty. Rise in faith, assured that I will complete the good work I started in you. I promise that my goodness is not a fleeting kindness, but a continual outpouring, saturating every moment of your life in ways you might not yet comprehend. I bless you when you awake and when you rest. I comfort you when you rejoice and when sorrow encloses your heart. As you tune your heart to my presence, you will recognize my mercies anew each day, and a sense of gratitude will bloom like a fragrant flower in your spirit. Never believe the lie that I have abandoned you in the desert. Rather, see that I am providing streams of refreshing waters to restore your soul. Embrace the truth that I am steadfastly by your side, orchestrating all circumstances for your ultimate good. I know there are times when frustration may rise within you, wondering why certain prayers seem unanswered or why certain doors remain closed. Yet I ask you to trust that my wisdom exceeds human knowledge, and my love ensures that I only withhold what would hinder your journey. Have faith that every closed door is a redirection towards something greater, though you may not immediately perceive it. Walk in obedience, even if you do not see the full picture, and you will witness my perfect timing unfold. Surrender your need for instant solutions, believing wholeheartedly that my plans for you are bright and I will not lead you astray. Look to me, for I am the light that dispels confusion, and rest assured that I am orchestrating your steps. I call you to a deeper level of prayer, not as an obligation, but as a lifeline connecting your heart to mine. Share with me the hidden desires you fear to voice, the secret hurts you carry, and the dreams you nurture even when uncertainty clouds your hope. Through prayer, you invite my miraculous intervention, enabling me to move in ways that defy human expectation. Do not hesitate to pour out your soul, even if your words tremble with doubt. I answer with grace. Let prayer be your refuge, your moment of sacred communion, where my spirit calms the restless edges of your mind. Believe that as you abide in my presence, I am already knitting solutions and forging blessings for you and those you love. I gently remind you that you are not alone in this world, for I have placed individuals in your path who can echo my heart and support you in times of need. Do not withdraw into isolation when anxieties arise. Instead, reach out to the community I have prepared for you. Through companionship and empathy, My love flows from one person to another, building each other up in unity. Lean on your brothers and sisters in faith, knowing that in my kingdom, burdens are carried together and joys are multiplied. My design is that you find strength in fellowship and encouragement in shared testimonies. Accept the help of others as an extension of my care, and together give glory to the one who binds hearts in love. I desire that you find joy in the small things of life, savoring each sunrise, each gentle breeze, each kind word spoken. Recognizing these moments as tender kisses from my hand. Laughter has a way of healing the soul, so do not let heaviness overshadow the delight of simple pleasures. As you rejoice in my creation, your heart will overflow with gratitude, displacing despair with wonder. Pause and appreciate the blessings around you, for gratitude is the key that unlocks renewed faith. Even if sorrow tries to resurface, remember that my joy is an infinite well, available to sustain you through every season. Open your eyes to the beauty I have woven into each day and celebrate my unwavering goodness. I tenderly remind you that every victory, no matter how small it appears, is a testimony of my sustaining power. As you reflect on your journey, recognize that my hand has guided you through obstacles, turning potential defeats into miraculous turnarounds. Let these memories ignite a deeper confidence in my ability to see you through your present challenges as well. Rehearse your testimonies, speak them aloud, and let them encourage others who find themselves in similar battles. I have indeed done great things in your life, and I am not finished yet. Trust that every step of progress you make in the midst of adversity is preparing you for even greater triumphs, and rest in my promise of constant deliverance. I offer my forgiveness freely, removing the stains of guilt and the grip of shame, because my Son bore the burden on your behalf. Therefore, do not allow condemnation to separate you from my love. Instead, come boldly before me, fully assured that my grace triumphs over every flaw and failure. Let your heart be cleansed and your mind renewed by my truth, which proclaims you are a redeemed child, no longer bound by mistakes. I long to restore the joy of your salvation and remind you that nothing can steal the place you hold in my heart. Stand upon the rock of my redemption, believing that I see you as blameless because I have washed you in my endless mercy. I know your heart yearns to experience my presence in a profound way, and I promise that if you draw near to me, I will draw near to you. Do not feel disqualified by your past, your flaws, or your doubts, because my mercy envelops every weakness. All I ask is your sincere surrender, a willingness to open your heart so I may pour in my healing love. My spirit is ready to fill you with gifts of hope, faith, and renewed zeal for the path ahead. Open your arms wide and welcome my presence with gratitude. As you wait upon me, know that I am breathing fresh life into your soul, equipping you for every good work you are called to do. Rejoice that I am not distant, but intimately involved in your life. I invite you into my rest, for I see the exhaustion that comes from trying to do everything in your own strength. You were never meant to carry more than you can bear, and I, your everlasting Father, desire to lighten your load. Release your worries, your incessant striving, and your self-imposed deadlines, and find comfort in my open arms. Breathe in my peace, which surpasses every storm and redefines every struggle you face. Watch how I renew your energy and infuse you with clarity when you allow me to step in. Trust that as you rest, I continue to work on your behalf, orchestrating blessings that will surprise and amaze you. relax in my presence, and let renewed strength flow through your veins. I gently warn you not to compare your journey to others, for I have handcrafted a personal path tailored to your unique calling. In my eternal design, every child has a specific role in the tapestry of my kingdom, and I rejoice in the diversity of gifts and talents among my people. Comparison only breeds discontent and blinds you to the wondrous ways I am moving in your life. Instead, celebrate the breakthroughs and achievements of others, knowing that my limitless abundance extends to all. Focus on fulfilling your own mission, trusting that as you walk faithfully, my favor and guidance will rest upon you. Embrace the truth that I have called you by name, setting you apart for a divine purpose that no one else can fulfill. I see the dreams you quietly harbor, the aspirations you have yet to speak aloud, and I am delighted by your desire to make an impact. No dream inspired by my spirit is too large or too small, and I have already sown everything you need within your heart. Step out in faith and watch how I come alongside you, amplifying your efforts and aligning your path with provision and opportunity. Though obstacles may arise, they will not prevail, for I am the God of possibilities, and I rejoice when my children dare to believe. Pursue the vision I have placed in your spirit, and know that my power is made perfect in your weakness, shining brightly as you lean on me. Keep your eyes on my promise and watch the miraculous unfold. I invite you to cultivate a heart of gratitude, to pause each day and recount the countless ways I have shown you favor, even in trials. A grateful heart transforms how you see your circumstances and unlocks a deeper capacity to receive my blessings. Rather than fixating on what you lack, focus on my abundance. For I am the God who multiplies loaves and fish, meeting every need in overflowing measure. Do not let complaints rob you of joy, but instead lift your voice in thankfulness and see how your spirit is lifted. I take pleasure in a heart that praises me in every season, and I respond by pouring out even greater evidences of my goodness. Give thanks and allow my joy to saturate your whole being. I assure you that no pain is wasted in my economy, for I have a talent for crafting hope out of heartbreak and redemption out of sorrow. Your trials may have scarred you, but I am the master healer, gently tending every wound with a love that surpasses comprehension. I transform weaknesses into strengths when you surrender them to me, teaching you compassion, empathy, and deeper reliance on my sustaining presence. Though you might have questioned why you endured certain hardships, trust that I am weaving them into a tapestry that will one day reveal my glory. Continue in faith, my child, for I will make all things beautiful in their time, and I stand with you through every season of struggle and triumph. I desire for you to remain hopeful, even when the path is shrouded in uncertainty. Hope is the anchor of the soul, steadying you when winds of adversity blow fiercely against your spirit. Let my word feed your hope, reminding you that I am the God of second chances, new beginnings, and impossible turnarounds. Where people see dead ends, I carve pathways. Where others give up, I ignite fresh possibilities. Therefore, do not despair or resign yourself to hopelessness, because my resources are infinite, and my solutions are beyond what human eyes can foresee. Cling to hope as a lifeline, and find strength in my unwavering commitment to seeing you flourish. In the quietness of your surrender, you will discern the whisper of my promise. I am with you always. I promise to provide you with the wisdom you need to navigate challenging relationships or perplexing choices, if you only ask. My spirit dwells within you, bestowing counsel and discernment that transcend human reasoning. Take comfort in knowing that you do not walk blindly, for I light the way before you with my clarity and purpose. Though the world may offer conflicting voices, my voice stands apart, calling you to deeper trust. Seek my perspective through prayer, meditation on my word, and godly counsel, and I will reveal the path that leads to lasting peace. Hold my hand firmly, and do not be intimidated by the unknown, because I have already seen your tomorrows and equipped you to handle every turn. I caution you that adversity may still come, for challenges are part of life in a fallen world. But I bolster your faith with the assurance that victory is already within your reach. You do not fight alone, for I, the Lord of heaven's armies, stand in battle on your behalf. When you are weary, lean on me, and I will sustain you. When you feel powerless, my strength will be made perfect in your weakness. Rejoice even in trials, because they are refining your character, forging a faith more precious than gold. Each struggle becomes a stepping stone to new revelations of my power, allowing you to know me more intimately. Step forward, without fear, remembering that I am the same God who parted seas and tamed lions. I hope you recognize the importance of celebrating the simple triumphs in life, from restored friendships to moments of peace in chaos. For these victories are tokens of my ongoing intervention. Every time you share your testimony of grace, it resonates through the heavens, magnifying my name and bringing others to encounter my goodness. I take pleasure when my children acknowledge even the smallest blessings, for it fosters a spirit of worship and fosters deeper fellowship between us. Keep your eyes open for my fingerprints in your daily routines, from the color of a sunset to the warmth of a kind word. Open your heart to wonder and witness how I paint glimpses of my glory across your life's canvas. I breathe fresh vision into your soul, reminding you that I have destined you for growth, progress, and spiritual maturity. Stagnation does not reflect my heartbeat. I long to see you flourish like a well-watered garden. Let your soul thirst for my presence, for I am the fountain of living water, and I delight in quenching your deepest longings. Engage with my word, gather with my people, and serve in love, for in these acts you draw nearer to the fullness I have prepared for you. Embrace the process of growth, understanding that while it may be slow at times, it is precious in my sight. Do not be discouraged by setbacks. Rather, fix your gaze on me, the author and finisher of your faith. I encourage you to reflect on my everlasting kindness whenever your heart feels heavy or your mind is clouded by doubt. Remind yourself that I am the same God who created you in love, who provided a way of salvation, and who continues to guide you with a compassionate hand. Whenever condemnation or despair attempts to overshadow you, run into my open arms, recalling the cross that seals my endless devotion. I yearn for your heart to be free of guilt and shame, so you may walk boldly in the calling I placed upon you. Take comfort, for my promise stands. Nothing in all creation can separate you from my love, which is forever poured out over your life. I delight when you seek to deepen your relationship with me, for I have never withheld myself. Rather, I rejoice in revealing my heart to those who genuinely thirst to know me. Spend time in my presence, worship in spirit and truth, and let your mind dwell on my attributes of holiness, justice, and compassion. In the stillness, my whisper becomes clearer, and you learn to recognize my voice above the clamor. Do not fret over the pace of your spiritual journey. The simple act of seeking me thrills my heart more than you realize. Commit to walking closely with me, and watch how I transform your entire perspective on life. Trust that I am a faithful teacher, guiding you into all truth. I speak life over your family and loved ones, covering them with my protection and blessing. Your prayers for them are like incense rising to my throne, and I am pleased to pour out my favor upon those you cherish. Where there is tension, I bring reconciliation. Where there is brokenness, I offer healing. Where there is separation, I pave the way for reunion. Stand on my promise that I hold the hearts of all in my hand, and no situation is too dire for me to restore. Keep praying, keep believing, and do not be disheartened by delays, for my timing is impeccable. Know that I watch over your household with unwavering devotion, determined to bring about good in every circumstance. I challenge you to walk in obedience, even when the instructions I give seem to go against worldly logic. My ways are beyond human comprehension, and my plans often unfold through steps of faith rather than formulas of reason. When I prompt your heart to be generous, to forgive, or to step out in service, respond without hesitation. Your obedience opens the door for my miracles to manifest. For I delight in using the humble and willing to accomplish extraordinary feats. Trust that I am with you, equipping you and directing your paths as you align your will with mine. Find joy in the knowledge that each act of obedience plants seeds that will yield a harvest of blessings for yourself and others. I remind you that you are a vessel of my love, and I yearn for you to share that love freely with those around you. In a world fractured by division and misunderstanding, let your actions reflect my heart of compassion, mercy, and kindness. Reach out to the hurting, the forgotten, and the lonely, for in doing so you become my hands and feet. The love you pour out in my name will never be wasted, for it resonates through eternity, a sweet fragrance to my throne. Shine like a city on a hill, illuminating every dark corner with acts of grace. Remember that as you show compassion to others, you are also ministering to me, and I bless those who bless the least of these. I offer you the assurance that, no matter how many times you stumble or lose your way, I remain steadfast. My covenant with you is sealed by my faithfulness, which does not waver with your ups and downs. Even when you fall short or feel unworthy, I am the one who lifts you, reminding you that my grace abounds beyond measure. Repent quickly when you err, and receive my unchanging forgiveness, for in true repentance lies the joy of restoration. Let no condemnation linger over you, for whom the Son sets free is free indeed. Come boldly to me, time and again, for I will never tire of extending my mercy. Cling to the hope that each new day is an opportunity to walk closer to me. I sustain you through every challenge, whether it is physical weakness, mental fatigue, or spiritual opposition. My strength is perfected in your vulnerability, and I take pleasure in fortifying you for the race ahead. When frustration creeps in and you feel like giving up, remember that my power is limitless, ready to uphold you at your lowest. Depend on me continually, abiding in my presence so that I may renew your mind and rejuvenate your spirit. I promise to surround you with my heavenly army, waging war on your behalf against forces you cannot see. Rise up in faith, dear one, and push forward, knowing I am the God who triumphs and grants victory to those who rely on my name. I place my hand upon your heart, quieting every restless thought and soothing every anxious beat. For I want you to experience a peace that surpasses understanding. Let me remind you that I have seen the end from the beginning, and there is not a moment you live that escapes my notice. Surrender your battles into my capable hands, trusting that my perspective sees solutions where you see limitations. Recognize that your destiny is firmly upheld by my unshakable word, and your identity is rooted in my unconditional love. You are more than a conqueror, not because of your own strength, but because I have declared it to be so. Trust in my steadfast grip and let all fear dissipate in the light of my presence. I invite you to dream anew, to envision possibilities that your weary heart once deemed unattainable, for I am the one who makes highways in the wilderness and streams in the desert. Cast your cares upon me and let my spirit stir fresh hope within your soul. I take joy in elevating the humble and resurrecting hope in the discouraged, so do not limit me with human logic. Revisit the dreams you set aside and watch as I breathe life into them once again, molding them into testimonies of my provision. Believe that I am the author of the impossible, and I delight in confounding the wise by accomplishing wonders through childlike faith. Embrace the new thing I am doing and step forward without hesitation. I encourage you to see yourself as part of my family, eternally connected through the bond of Christ's sacrifice. You are not a lone wanderer. You belong to a fellowship of believers who share in the inheritance of my kingdom. Celebrate this unity, finding common ground with those who also call upon my name, supporting each other in prayer, encouragement, and love. Let my church be a place of healing, a place where burdens are shared and joys are multiplied. Refuse isolation, for in community lies great strength and a fuller expression of my presence. Embrace your brothers and sisters with compassion, and together shine as a beacon of hope in a world desperate for my light. I long for you to remember that my greatest commandment is love. Love me with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. This is the essence of all I require, a posture of the heart that aligns perfectly with my character. When the complexities of doctrine or daily life weigh you down, return to this fundamental truth, letting love guide your actions and words. My love is the surest measure of spiritual maturity and the best testimony of my reality to a watching world. Let nothing hinder you from radiating this love, for it has the power to soften the hardest hearts and heal the deepest wounds. Commit afresh to walking in genuine love, and witness how my presence fills your days with wonder. I proclaim over you that no labor of devotion, no kind word, no prayer uttered in faith goes unseen by my eyes or unrewarded by my hand. I am a just God who cherishes every good deed done in secret, every gentle act done with no desire for recognition. When you feel overlooked or underappreciated, rest in the knowledge that I smile upon your willingness to serve. The seeds of service and compassion you plant now will one day blossom into a harvest of blessings for you and for others. Expect that I will move on your behalf, multiplying the results of your faithful investment. Rejoice that I keep a perfect account, and that in due season, I will lift you up with abundant grace. I remind you that prayer is the open door to witnessing my miraculous touch in your circumstances. When you kneel in submission or whisper my name in desperation, the heavens incline toward your plea. Angels are dispatched, hearts are softened, and events are rearranged according to my perfect will. Never underestimate the might of a humble prayer, for it can shift destinies and break chains that have bound generations. Let your heart burn with passion, for you commune with the King of all creation each time you bow before me. Keep believing, keep hoping, and keep declaring my promises with fervor. Your prayers matter immensely, and I will continue to respond in ways that exceed all you can ask or imagine. I offer you the promise of restoration, healing broken places in your life and reestablishing that which the enemy tried to destroy. Whether it is health, relationships, finances, or confidence, I am capable of renewing you completely, leaving no trace of the destruction behind. Open your heart to my redeeming power, inviting me to rebuild what was torn down. I am the God who raises dry bones, who calls things that are not as though they were, and who breathes new breath into hopeless situations. Believe that I will turn your mourning into dancing and your sorrow into songs of praise. Arise in the knowledge that you serve a God who delights in unveiling beauty from the ashes of disappointment. I send you forward with the reassurance that my plans for you are filled with peace, hope, and a glorious future. The steps you take now, though uncertain, are guided by my loving hand, directing you toward an inheritance of joy. Keep your gaze fixed on me, trusting that I orchestrate every detail for my eternal purposes. Even if you stumble, I uphold you with my righteous hand, ensuring that you will not be cast down. Persevere, for the seeds you sow in faith today will yield a bountiful harvest tomorrow. Walk with expectancy and remain unwavering in your devotion to the one who never fails. I promise that I will not leave you or forsake you, and you can be certain that your future is secure in my unshakable kingdom. I bless you now with a fresh measure of hope and assurance, desiring you to carry these words in your heart so you may stand strong in every trial. Do not let doubt steal these seeds of truth. Instead, let them take root and produce fruits of resilience and unshakable faith. I place my hand upon your life, sealing my promises with the authority that only I possess. My unchanging love stands as a bulwark, safeguarding your dreams and fueling your soul with courage. Be still, my child, and know that I am God, reigning supreme over all. Step forth in the confidence that I, your Creator, am fully invested in your story, and that my goodness will pursue you all the days of your life. I assure you that my love for you stands outside the boundaries of time. It is not less today than it was yesterday, nor will it be diminished tomorrow. My love is your shield, your comfort, and your constant companion in every circumstance. Though you may face shifting situations and unpredictable events, my affection remains the North Star that never moves. Let this truth sink into the core of your being. You are adored by the King of the universe. My devotion is not contingent on your achievements or your shortcomings. Cling to this eternal truth and rise each day knowing my love meets you anew. Live boldly, for you are cherished beyond measure and forever held in the arms of perfect love. I wrap you in my tender mercies, releasing you from the bondage of past regrets and the heavy chains of unresolved pain. My heart overflows with compassion for every bruise and scar, understanding your longing for peace. Today, place your hurts in my hands, for I am the skilled physician who mends shattered hearts, restoring them to wholeness. Trust that my methods of healing may be gentle or sudden, but they are always sure. I do not desire you to remain captive to old wounds. Rather, I want you to walk in the freedom purchased for you by a sacrifice of boundless grace. Embrace this liberation, for you are destined to stand tall in the radiant light of my acceptance and love. I declare my blessing upon you and your family, your endeavors, and the dreams you have carried silently in your heart. Wherever you go, I am there, and my presence sanctifies and guides each step you take. I open doors that no person can shut and close those that would lead you astray. Have confidence in my perfect oversight, for I orchestrate your life's details to bring about my glory and your fulfillment. As you walk in obedience, watch my blessings overflow, meeting not only your needs, but also allowing you to become a blessing to others. claim your rightful inheritance as my child, basking in the assurance that my favor remains upon you. You stand under an open heaven, for I desire to pour out my goodness on you abundantly. I part with these words of hope. Look to the future with unwavering confidence, because in me, the very best is yet to come. Do not cling to former limitations or past disappointments, for I am doing a new thing that will eclipse your greatest imaginations. My spirit sings a song of promise over your destiny, ensuring that you will not walk this road alone. Stand on the threshold of tomorrow, letting your faith guide you onward, your heart filled with anticipation. Receive my blessing, trust in my faithfulness, and hold fast to the knowledge that I am forever on your side, championing your cause with infinite power. Step forward now, secure in my everlasting love, for you are never alone, and I am forever with you.